Mock Parliament is one great effort by the CBSE for the growing students to experience the knowledge of actual parliament at contextual of present phenomena. Hence, our school, TRS Global Public School, CBSE Arakonam, has structured an experiential learning of a model parliament with the students of grade 9th. On behalf of our students' body, we thank respected principal, Mrs. J. Shivakavita, and our school management. There are few questions we would like to ask before commencing the mock parliament.
Who is the father of Indian Parliament?
Ganesh Vasudev Mavalankar is the first Speaker of the Lok Sabha in office 15 May 1952 to 27 February 1956.
Question number 2. What are the two houses residing in Indian Parliament?
The two houses are Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
What is the tenure of elected members of Rajya Sabha?
Tenure members of Rajya Sabha is 6 years.
Which article is related to Money Bill and where it can be introduced?
Article 110 related to Money Bill and interest in Lok Sabha.
What is the maximum strength of Rajya Sabha?
The maximum strength of Rajya Sabha is 250.
Honorable Speaker is arriving.
We are delighted to meet at this question hour and hope the conversations that take place will be energetic, constructive, and thought provoking. To ensure the quality of the discussion, we will review all comments and may edit them for clarity, length, and relevance. Comments that are overly promotional, mean spirited, or off topic may be deleted as per the moderator's judgment. The central government had initiated the process of formulating a new education policy through consultation process for an inclusive, participatory, and holistic approach which takes into consideration expert opinions, field experiences, empirical research, stakeholder feedback, as well as lessons learned from best practices. It is in this context that the education sector needs to gear itself towards the demands of 21st century and the needs of people and the country. Quality, innovation, and research will be the pillars on which India will become a knowledge superpower. Therefore, a new education policy is needed. Now may I request Minister of Human Resource Development to present the features of NEP 2020.
Honorable Speaker and Ministers of the Assembly, thank you for the opportunity to present the features of NEP 2020. Universalization of education from preschool to secondary level with 100% gross enrollment ratio in school education by 2030. It will bring the uncovered age group of 3 to 6 years under school curriculum, which has been recognized globally as the crucial stage for development of mental faculties of a child. It will also have 12 years of schooling with 3 years of preschooling. Class 10 and 12 board examinations to be made easier to test core competencies rather than the memorized facts, with all students allowed to take the exam twice. School governance is set to change with a new accreditation framework and an independent authority to regulate both public and private schools. emphasizes on foundational literacy and numeracy. No rigid separation between academic streams, extracurricular, vocational streams in schools. Teaching up to at least grade 5 to be in mother tongue. No language will be imposed on any student. A comprehensive national curriculum framework for teacher education 2021 will be formulated by the National Council for Teacher Education in consultation with National Council of Educational Research and Training. By 2030, the minimum degree qualification for teaching will be 4-year integrated B.Ed degree.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would request the Director of Educational Department Board to explain the objectives of NEP 2020. Honorable Speaker and Ministers of the Assembly, the Union Cabinet chaired by Prime Minister approved the National Education Policy on July 29, 2020. The objectives and aims of NEP 2020 are: it aims to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy in primary schools by 2025. For this, the Ministry of Human Resource Development shall set up a national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy. Public and private schools, except the schools that are managed, aided or controlled by the central government, will be assessed and accredited on the same criteria, benchmarks and processes. The medium of expressions until at least grade 5, but preferably till grade 8 or beyond, shall be the student's mother tongue or the local or regional language. The 3-language formula will continue to be implemented in schools where 2 of 3 languages shall be native to India. The policy seeks to standardize the school curriculum for Indian Sign Language across the country. The Government of India shall constitute a gender inclusion fund to provide equitable and quality education to all girls and transgender students. States shall use this fund to implement the central government's policies for assisting female and transgender students, such as provisions for toilets and sanitation, conditional cash, transfers and bicycles. The fund will enable states to support community-based interventions. Thank you, Minister. Now, the floor is open for the question hour.
What purpose does a national education policy serve?
A national education policy or NEP is a comprehensive framework to guide the development of education in the country, which is more necessary for a developing country like India.
Honorable Speaker, my point is, there is a major flaw in this policy statement. No government should be given the authority to decide on what the topic of research should be. It is always ignorance that leads to conflicts. Effort should be made to study and understand every phenomenon that manifests themselves around us.
The last time the education policy was reformed before this was in 1986. Despite the enormous changes across the world with respect to learning, skills, technology and careers, India has been following the same education system for 34 years, while education policies across the world continued to change dynamically, thus leaving out students here with less influence as compared to their counterparts globally. With the new policies in place, this gap is reduced, ensuring the knowledge students receive here are no par with global standards. There is a comprehensive look at the new education policy. Therefore, the academic freedom will not be withheld by any means.
I don't know. How will these reforms be implemented? Since education is a concurrent subject, the reforms proposed can only be implemented collaboratively by the center and the states. This will not happen immediately. The government has to set a target of 2040 to implement the entire policy. Sufficient funding is also crucial. The government plans to set up subject-based committees with members from relevant ministries at both central and state level to develop implementation plans for each subject of the NEP. The plan will list out actions to be taken by multiple bodies, including HRD Ministry, State Education Departments, School Boards, NCERT, Central Advisory Board of Education, and National Testing Agency, among others.
क्या अंग्रेजी मीडियम स्कूल में राष्ट्रभाषा या शिक्षी भाषा का अनुराग किया जा सकता है?
ऐसा जो नया नहीं है,
कि देश के अधिकतर सरकारी स्कूल पहले में ही ऐसे कर रहे हैं। निजी स्कूल के लिए इसकी संभावना नहीं है कि उन्हें निदेशक को अपने माध्यम को बदलने के लिए कहा जाएगा। शिक्षा के माध्यम के रूप में मातृभाषा पर परिवर्तन राज्य के लिए अनिवार्य नहीं था। शिक्षा समरवाती विषय है। नीति में स्पष्ट रूप से कहा गया है कि बच्चों को जब भी संभव हो उनकी मातृभाषा या क्षेत्र भाषा पढ़ाई जाएगी।
What are the major recommendations of the NEP in higher education?
Let me answer your question. Replacing the UGC and AICTE with the Higher Education Commission of India. Reintroduction of the 4-year multidisciplinary bachelor program with exit option. Flexibility to institutions to offer different design for master program. Discontinuation of the MPhil program, setting up of a National Research Foundation.
Here, we have come to conclusion of the session. The policy NEP 2020 seeks to restructure school curricula and pedagogy in a new design so that school education can be made relevant to the needs and interests of learners at different developmental stages. The policy suggests establishing school complexes consisting of a secondary school and other schools offering lower grades of education, including Anganwadi centers in a radius of 5 to 10 kilometers. Such a complex will have greater resource efficiency and more effective functioning, coordination, governance, and management of schools in a cluster. All education institutions shall be held to similar standards of audit and disclosure as not-for-profit entity, says this policy. If the institution generates a excess, it shall be reinvested in the educational sector. Therefore, we, the students of TRS Global Public School CBSE Arakonam, would like to recommend the NEP 2020 to be implemented with Indian Knowledge Global Kingdom. Now, may I request the ministers of this assembly to stand up for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Assembly disperse.